Hey everybody, James here, Black Wolf Outdoors. Today I'm going to go take a walk on the other side into the, got sun, over that hill into the other fields and everything on the other side of the road here. I thought I'd just take a stop right here to highlight a couple more historical little spots on the farm. One second here. All right, if you can see kind of right there, that is an old sorghum molasses mill they used to run here on the farm. It's pretty old. The shed that it used to be in is now gone. There's still kind of remnants and bits and stuff laying on the ground around it. This was an old corn crib where after the corn was harvested, it was put up. It does have, in this back room there, you can kind of see like the seat of it standing up. That is an old horse-drawn manure spreader for fertilizing with. But like I said, we do have still some older pieces of machinery and stuff around the farm. You know, plenty of history. But I'm saying, here's the road that goes by the house. There's my driveway. A little up past it is Uncle Leon. Over here is a road that goes in and goes up. Goes over to my Aunt Karen, Uncle David. But yeah, both sides of the road. All the way down through there. All the way up over the hill. Let's go and walk up over the hill here. And again, please excuse me if I do get a little bit out of breath. Have not been as active as I usually am, so take a little bit to get back into that shape. I mean, round is a shape. Not one I particularly like, but it's one I've got. And these are the fields I walked the other day. Straight back that way. I used to love this little rock wall right here, little rock bluff. I crawled there as a kid and I'd sit up there and just hang out, watch the traffic go by when it did. Back then there was very little to no traffic usually through here. I'd come out and play on this road all day long. Sorry about the wind. There's more cedar trees. Lots and lots of cedar. There's a little driveway or entranceway I'm going to. I'll get back to you once I get there, though. I'll be right back. All right, now this little piece of field right here in front of me runs through. I didn't really show you guys. This is on the other side of the creek, just before the road. Got right there. That's a fence where back when we had cattle, we'd use it to herd the cattle across the other side to graze them over there for a while. But still the property, both sides of the road. Alright, let's head on up in here and I'll get back with you. Alright, now then, like I said before, on this side of the road, it's mostly woodland. There is still a couple of field areas, cleared out areas, whatever. This is the side of the road we normally do our hunting in, just because there's hills on either side of it. It's all hilly, it's fieldy, it's wooded. So if you're sitting there taking a shot, you don't really have to worry about where your shot's going, because even if you miss the animal, there's plenty of embankment for the round to impact instead of going anywhere towards anybody's home. It's at no time ever unsafe. But some of you guys will get what I'm saying there. But get this flipped around here. This right here is one of the hills that used to sled down back when we used to get some decent snow. Come down on an old Studebaker hood. Come flying down. End up down here, almost, to the road. Here's one of the little fields up here ahead of me. It's usually where everybody, when they come out to camp, people pull their trailers or set up their tents or whatever. There's a little bit of a creek. It doesn't really keep water in it that good anymore. I think it could, the spring head could be cleared out a little bit up here, and maybe water run better on it, but I don't know. There is a limestone pit back here somewhere that I'd like to get to and collect some. An old playground set. One of the little slides from it. Alright, so here's the spot where normally pull up with the campers and tents and stuff to camp. Usually go hunting back that way. Let's walk over here and see if there's any actual water in the creek. I mean, this side of the road I've never really found too many like minnows or anything in it. But I have always found like turtles, snapping turtles and stuff in it. Yeah, now very little to none. There is some water in it, but not enough. This is a marker. You're backing the trailer up so you know where to stop. All right, let me walk up to the next little field area and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so here's another kind of field clearing area coming from where I just went, or just that's where I just came from. It's pretty steep grade here. There's a nice little open patch. Not much to see here, but this is the road I'm going to take. It takes us back to another field. So last time I was back this way was a couple years ago. My cousin got married and I was the officiant of the marriage. had the whole place done up and nice little gathering. So let me get back up in here and I'll turn you back on again. All right, now as you can see, it's not a very big area, but it's big enough to have a pretty decent little group back here. And this is where they got married, underneath this big cedar tree. Great big old cedar tree. One of many cedar trees out here, and a few bigger ones. There was one pine tree back there hiding right there. Like I said, the other part of the property over there, what we call the pines, is because there's multiple pines. There's one here. But nice little clearing area. It keeps going back up that way. Goes up and around. There's a path cut around this. This is like one of the kind of more popular spots to hunt at, because you can set up here underneath a tree. You got water source down here from the creek. You got the little field grazing area. So this is kind of a popular spot to just kind of prop up underneath that tree, sit there and wait. You know, wait for deer to come walking along. But let me walk over and check out this tree. Make sure we did get all the decorations down out of it from a couple years ago. We got it trimmed up right here a little better than it is now. So it was all open. Had wind chimes and a bunch of other stuff that was hanging up in the tree. Looks like it's all clear. I mean, that is a nice big old cedar. All right, well, I'll get off of here for right now. I'm gonna probably walk up this road right here a little bit. I ain't been up there in a long time, so let's see if there's anything up that way worth seeing. I'll be right back with you. Pretty sure I just found one of the spots where the deer was taken this year. Not too far from that little field area. Probably shot over there and ran up here and dropped. But it's pretty much, it's all woods. Goes up and over the hill. Goes into a swamp area back that way. Goes way up here, up the hill. So I'm going to turn back out of this spot. And I'm going to walk up another road back in that other field. And once I get to the top of there, I'll kick it back on. I'll see y'all there. Alright, came up on over the hill here. Don't feel like going down that. The camera doesn't know justice, but it just drops and drops and drops. I think I've walked enough hills for today. Got my steps in, that's for sure. Pop up over this way. So this road right here, it goes up and then it goes up again. I was going to walk it, and it got to a point where it's steep enough. I called it. I was like, nope, no, nope, nope. There's a little road that goes up there. I think it's where we used to have our old dump at. Pretty sure up here on top of this hill. Alright. Give me a second here. Anyways, that was a nice little walk around. I'm actually kind of get the little gator neck off. Definitely don't need it right now. Do nothing but make me sweat. But it's just another part of the, wow, it gets bright back there for some reason. Another part of the fielded areas, wooded areas, the other side of the road. Turn this way. Sun's right there. Keep it behind that tree though. Another nice little grove in the middle of everything. Kind of somewhere tuck in for hunting. Turn the camera on and see if I can get a little better shot of this area. Yeah, that ain't so bright now. I'm saying this little spot right here. It's actually got clearing that goes all the way around it. Tuck in right up against that tree. It's another good popular hunting spot. You can see all the way down that way. You can see over this way. You can see the whole area up here. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna end it for today. I'll go ahead and walk back to the house. Decent little exercise. Got my steps in. Got a nice sweat in. It's like 60 some odd degrees out here right now. So I don't even need the hoodie I'm wearing, but I would just like the hoodie. Thank you, Luca. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully one of these days these long form videos take a little bit more traction. Because, you know, I don't know. It's watch hours. It helps move the algorithm. It helps once they get monetized. Long form videos are, believe it or not, a big chunk of the heart of the channel. The long forms and the lives. I get views on the shorts. Those take off better. They get better traction than anything else. But those don't do anything for the channel. I'd said before I didn't really care or didn't really, you know, want the channel monetized really, but kind of went in the direction that I'm going to go ahead and push, get it monetized. You know, I know it ain't gonna be a lot, but every little bit I can make helps. So this next coming up year hopefully is better than this one, and I can push out more videos. I can get my required watch hours. I can become monetized. Like, I need about 1,500 more watch hours to get low level monetization. So, I mean, unless a whole bunch more people start watching my stuff, then I'm going to be having to put out a whole bunch more videos, a lot more live streams, everything else, just to get that. But if I can get all my stuff together and get everything going for me for once here recently, then I'm going to put out every single inch of effort to hit that level. I mean, I got plenty of stuff I can do. I got lots of knowledge for content. So let's see what happens. Thank you all for being there. Thank you for all the subscribers I have already. Thank you to any future subscribers that come by. You guys are awesome. You guys are what makes the channel. You guys are what help push it through. Please consider sharing this out. Try and help it grow a little bit, maybe. Thanks for all the likes, shares, subscribes, everything else. And I'll see you all in the next one.